Beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. And we are here to talk about Love and Marriage DC. Very first season, very first episode. It starts off with Monique, you guys. And let me just be clear. And, I know with Potomac, we had different sides. And it was Team Candace and Team Monique. And even though Candace drove me crazy, I was not Team Monique. I did not like her whole entire attitude that season, even though I did like her before that. So it wasn't even just the fight that turned me off to Monique. So I am very much so turned off to Monique, basically. I think she's phony baloney. But listen, let's see. And when you see the show, we see that, basically, I guess there's some drama that's coming. So we'll keep with it. But yeah, she's the one that's doing the introduction. She's rolling up in her, is this a Rolls Royce? I think something like that. Yeah, she looks cute. Like Monique always looks good though. So that's something that you can't take away from her no matter what kind of attitude she has. She looks cute all the time. Okay, so as we are starting off with Monique and everything, she's like, I'm back. Did you miss me? No, ma'am. Sorry, we didn't. But she's like, you may remember me from Not for Lazy Moms. I guess whatever her other venture is, and Potomac. She's like that other reality show, saying that she got PTSD from it. And you guys, I think she's only talking bad about it because Monique was fired. I don't care what y'all say. Monique was let go. I am sorry. When Andy asked her if she had any sort of remorse and she said no, that was it for her. And you know how they allow people to say that they left to save face. So that is what she's doing. She's doing a great job of making people think she just didn't need that little check or whatever. But Monique was fired. She was. I don't care what y'all say. But anyway, so she's doing all the introduction and all of that or whatever. All right. All right, so she's doing a pop up shop and she's having a bunch of women and everything. We first meet Ashley. You guys, I don't like Ashley, just plain and simply put. I think Ashley is a problem. Her mouth is reckless, and I don't know. She's just, yeah, not a fan. Well, I can't say about you guys, but I am not a huge fan of Ashley and her attitude. But we meet her, so we'll be nice because we're just meeting her. So I'm jumping ahead. Next, we meet Irena Tyler. She says she is 38. Then she says, no, I'm not 38. I am 48. She has three kids and a husband. She says they're TikTok famous. And yeah, I mean, she's cute. Okay, so Monique is telling us that, she just loves Arena. She thinks she's fabulous, which she is. Arena says, listen, she has three businesses and she don't take no shit. Um, Monique says she slid into her DM because she wants to be around women that are just as fabulous as her, if not more. And okay, I mean, that's cool. Maybe she just slid into her DM to see if she could do the show or whatever, which I mean, it's still cool, regardless. All right, so then we're introduced to Winter, and I felt it was odd when she hugged Irena, and Irena says, I love your hair. And we couldn't see that side though. She's like, I love your hair, and she just does this thing and like, okay, it's what it is. She doesn't say thank you or anything, so that was a little odd to me. And then Irena asks about her family. She's like, there's been some changes. So right away I knew, oh, we was gonna get some drama from Miss Winter, and we did. She shaved the side of her head. So in the confessional, Raina's like, listen, when a woman does something really drastic to her hair, you know that she's going through some things. So she too knew that we were going to get some drama from Miss Winter. So when Monique gets up to do her presentation, Arena and Ashley are sitting next to each other. And in the confessional, Ashley is saying how they know each other kind of from the nightlife because her husband is a promoter and Ashley's husband is a DJ. All right, so Miss Winter Williams steps up to the panel and she's telling her story. And her and Monique have known each other for about 15 years. She was married to a Redskin as well. She has four children, and she said that her first husband cheated with the nanny. And then she found out he had a kid. And then she found out he had another kid. I guess all while married to her. And she feels really good about herself because she was able to pick herself up and get out of that situation. And I think that's big of her to, tell her story. And then we get Ashley. She's like drinking something straight. Like it looked like a shot or like a double or triple shot. And she's just drinking something straight, some brown liquor. And she leans over talking to Arena and she's like, I, I really drink when I'm bored. And then she's just resting. And Elena's like, or Arena's like, okay. And yeah, it just made no sense. It was like she was trying to be shady, but why? What are you being shady about? This lady is telling her story, her real story, and you being shady for no reason, and it's not even making sense. All right, so after that, the ladies stand together and talk, and Ashley is saying how she doesn't want to be like couples goals because it's not easy. And a lot of people think it's easy. She's saying how they don't really have a whole lot of friends that are couples, yada yada yada. She's very drunk. She's slurring. You can tell something's up with her. So then the other girl, Raina, is saying that she's having her anniversary. And hold on, I'll tell you how many years in a minute. Okay, so 26 years, y'all. And she is very nice and she invites everybody. She's like, if you want to come out and and celebrate with us, you're more than welcome, everyone. And they're like, okay, I'll be there. Ashley says, I was 10 when you got married. Girl. Oh, and then Monique is giving her the eye like, like you're doing too much. And she's like, oh, well, you were only 12. And Monique was like, I know, but still. And the girl, Raina, in her confessional says that Ashley is always throwing out these like older women jokes. And she's trying to tell her how to keep her man after all these years. Girl, how you gonna try to tell her how to keep her man? And she's been with him for 26 years, or married at least to him, probably with him longer. And she gets up and she's like twerking all on Monique, talking about this is how you gotta wake him up. And in the confessional, Raina's like, girl, we've been married 26 years. Do you really think I haven't done that? And then she's like, and you got to do other things. And then they both kind of open their mouths. And I'm like, ugh, too much information. Like, it's just too far, too much. But yeah, that's why Ashley, and you could tell she was like on her ass. Like, she's just like laughing and she had too much to drink. She just did a little bit too much. And that's not cute on the first episode, ma'am. So next we have Monique and Chris telling their little background, and of course she shades Potomac one more time, and I think she does it a couple more times in the show. But she's saying they've been together for 10 years or almost 10 years, and they're in a weird space. He's in there working out with his trainer. She comes in with some packages. I guess he runs her packages off or whatever. And she's just being really, I guess she would call herself being playful, but she's just being negative about everything he's doing. Yeah, that ain't nothing you doing. And yeah, you don't care about your body. And I'm just like, ugh. And yeah, he was trying to get her out of there. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's like, you trying to put me out? Well, yeah, because you ruining the workout. And she was. Like, everything was just negative. So later on, or in his confessional, Chris is saying how he thought or thinks he's a good man. He's like, I put the kids to bed, I give them baths, I don't go out all the time, I'm not that type of guy who's doing all this and that or whatever. So I don't think I'm that bad, but there's other things, and he said they're not as connected as they used to be or as they could be. So I guess maybe the communication is a little different now. But yeah, all right with them. So next we're at Arena's house and her mom is cooking and it looked like it smelled good in there. She said her mom has been living with them for 5 years and she loves it. Her mom does everything. She cooks. She's helping to take care of people or whatever. And she's calling in there asking her mom how much longer because it smelled good. And her mom looked irritated. Her mom looked like, girl. But she told her 25, 30 minutes. She's like, good because I'm starving. So basically, we get a dinner where she has a 21-year-old son, and he comes downstairs, and he's uh, blind, but he's very handsome. I mean, not to say that blind people can't be handsome, but he's a super cute kid. And she's telling him that she's ordering him something to come to the party. He has a really good personality and attitude and everything. So I think it's very cool that they have them on the show and they're showing, other sides of families because that's just real. And the husband is, I think he's a promoter. And they have another kid. They have a daughter. I can't remember much about the daughter offhand, but they also have a son, and she's telling him that the son said he's coming to the party, and he's like, well, I'll see it, I'll believe it when I see it. Apparently the son and the dad have a tumultuous relationship because the son is into some things. And then I'm just going to skip ahead. We end up getting to the mom going car shopping with the son. And she's like, yeah, you got to have your own money. I'm not purchasing nothing for you. And I'm like, that's a lie. Because he looked at her like, you're about to do you're about to do this because I have $0. But yeah, so they do this car thing, and she's trying to explain to him how, they just worry about him, and they worry that they'll get a call or something that something has happened to him being in the street. So apparently he's a weed head, and all he want to do is smoke weed, and I don't know what kind of trouble he gets into or whatever, but yeah, apparently he's just a weed head. Maybe he just don't want to work or whatever. He just want to smoke weed all day. So she's crying and saying how important it is for him to get on track. He's promising to get on track. He's crying because, it's hurting his feelings to see his mom cry and everything. So it's a very touching moment. And I think he's 25 or something. And you guys, I battle with this all the time as well because my daughter, 24, like whenever she leaves the house, it's so much going on in the world today. And I know it was a lot going on when we were young too, or at least when I was young, but everything is so different now. You hear all these stories and everything. I mean, everybody's so desensitized to death and killing and guns, and all these young adults love guns. They really do. And so it's scary. And so I understand everything she's saying. And yeah, I was feeling her tears. But yeah, so basically he's saying he's going to do better. Great. All right, so then we're at home with Ashley, and her husband is a DJ named Quicksilver. I don't know who he is, but apparently he's critically acclaimed or something. He makes decent money. Um, okay, so we learned that she has, I think, a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old and a dog, and she's in the kitchen cooking and everything, and then she picks up this dog, and she's kissing all over it, and it's just really kind of disgusting. And she makes the joke that you could tell which baby is her favorite one. And I'm like, that's just not funny. Sorry, it's just not cute. And she's like the one that didn't give her stretch marks. Ha ha ha. So I'm just gonna go really fast past their portion because there was not too much here. She's just kind of letting him know that she needs a little help. She's trying to do all this stuff or whatever, but she don't really have a lot of time. He's like, listen, my schedule is crazy because I have to take care of you guys. You're used to living a certain lifestyle, so I have to work. But I'll work on it. So, yada yada. All right, so I'm just gonna nutshell this because it wasn't a whole heck of a lot that happened in the first episode, and at first I was just like, oh, this shit is boring. However, it was fine. You got to get to know people. They have to do the introduction or whatever, so it's not gonna be lots of drama. And I want to walk back me calling, what's her name, the Williams lady, had no, the one who her husband cheated and all that. I called her. I said she was full of drama. Not drama, just like she had a story to tell. So I'm not gonna call her drama filled or whatever. But so basically, the rest of what happened was we get to the party, and it's a cute little party. They come, they sit down, and Monique and them definitely try to do a question and answer thing about how they, stay married. They're not going to do that. She's like, dang, Monique. And I'm like, the same thing. It's just not the time and place. Then later on, we have we have Chris and Monique at home talking about how they're just kind of guarded and maybe something's going on. And I'm like, y'all jump into major conclusions because these people did not want to have a question and answer at an actual party. But at the party, the husband ended up talking to the son. The son did come, the 25-year-old, and he had his girlfriend. It's so funny because whoever was sitting next to the father, she's like, the wife is like, he's here, he's here. He's like, I see him. And then whoever else was over there was like, is that his girl? Is that his girl? I'm like, why do you care so much about the girl? But anyway, they have a talk or whatever. The father's just like, listen, I love you. You just got to get it together, though. He's like, well, sometimes I just need to hear that a little bit more. And he's going to try. So great. Then we get Chris and Monique at home, and now we get their issues or whatever, and they start kind of arguing off and on. She's saying, I guess they go see a counselor or something, and she was told, or he was told to do something, write down something. I can't remember. Um, and it was supposed to be done like in a week. It's been a month and he still hasn't done it. And she's like, it's just not important to you. You just don't care. And he's like, okay, you're right. Okay, I do care. Like he's just kind of trying to shut her up, and she's just not letting it go. So to me, it was just, listen, a lot about nothing. So it's something that's going to be ongoing with them, I guess. But she just wouldn't let it go, to the point where he just got irritated and was like, listen, I'm done with this. And he got up and walked away. Now, do I really believe that they be arguing and they have issues? I do, because I do believe that that was the issue with them the final season that they were on Potomac. I do definitely believe that she was in a funky mood all the time because she argued with her husband a lot. Now, about what, I have no idea. But I do believe that they kind of go at it. And I do also understand why his family don't really like her. But anyway, the show was all right. We'll see what happens next week. And like I said, when they show the previews of what's going to happen, it does look like there's going to be some drama. But other than that, I can't wait till, did we see Ashley get cursed out or something? I don't know, but I would like that. So I'm going to stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. If you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.